Hi.
I don't know what to say.
Ready?
In my opinion,
Do you think that children should have their own privacy at home?
Yes, I think that children should have their own privacy at home.
I agree with the statement that children should have their own privacy.
I agree to this statement that children also should have their own privacy time.
I think that children should have their own privacy at home.
I think that parents should respect their own children's privacy.
Yes, children should be given their own privacy at home.
Children should not have their own privacy in their house.
I think should be lah.
Yes, everyone has a right to their own privacy, even in their own houses.
I think I do agree with the statement, which is children should have their own privacy at home.
I think they should have their own privacy at their house.
Yes, I agree that children should have their own privacy at house.
That is a win-win situation.
It depends on what kind of the privacy that the children want, that child wants. So,
For me, education is an eye open for all the viewers out there.
A children is a human after all, and we have the right to keep our privacy at home.
I believe everyone has their own public and privacy life.
Because for me, it can give a negative vibe to them.
Because we as adults also have me time.
This is to build their self-confidence and also the feeling of independence.
Because as we grow older, we have things that we choose to show or not to show it to people.
Because they also will be taught as mature, responsible and independent.
Because it can teach them how to mutually respect each other's privacy.
When parents give their children their own privacy, the children will become more independent and confident with their own life.
They should also respect existence, and otherwise it will turn out to be expect resistance.
Because as parents, they surely want to be respected.
Because nowadays, parents invade in children's privacy is not valid anymore.
No privacy meaning that they are being CCTV'd by their parents for 24 hours. When they pursue their education to higher level like university, their parents cannot CCTV them. This will resulting them to act wild and act out of the control.
Because parental guidance nowadays need to be changed, and we can't guide our children like the old days because we are in this modernization era.
when children doesn't have my own room, when the bedtime, I just asleep in front of the TV. For example, some child might want their own room, right?
Because usually teenagers, when they grow up, they feel that they want to do their own things and without the supervision of their parent. So when the teens be given their privacy, it helps them become more confident and can teach them to be disciplined.
However, there are times that parents are allowed to invade the children's privacy.
I think it's okay for the parents to know what their child is doing inside their room.
As we know, children nowadays have their own gadget in house. They can learn new thing in social media, in YouTube, and so on.
Sometimes there are also several situations that parents also need to check on their status or something like that to avoid any unnecessary condition or situation.
It's possible for the parent to always watch what their kids doing.
It can bring a negative vibe in the house and also for the family.
As long as the child is under the parents' guidance, so I think it's okay for the parents to know what their child is doing.
I believe that we have something that we don't want to share with our family members. Having crush and liking someone are the examples. It would be great if the parents could ask us first before invading our privacy at home.
I think between invading the children's privacy and not invading the children's privacy is communication and trust.
Sometimes they want to work out but they don't have the self-confidence to start doing it, and maybe the parents say that it is actually dangerous because they do heavy things, but the children want to start a new thing and they need the privacy to start and build their confidence to start a new thing.
Everyone has their right to whatever they want, without being disturbed by anyone. So their time and space for the privacy, they can use it wisely.
But that doesn't mean that we are trying to hide bad stuff or bad things from our family. It's just that we decided to not to show it to our family and wanted to keep it to ourselves.
I don't mind if the parents wants to know more about their children, but the least they could do is to ask their children's permission first.
When parents do not interrupt their privacy, then they will grow up to be an even better human being and know how to properly respect each other's privacy.
By letting them with their own privacy, there is nothing to be worried about if they raise them right.
And I am thankful that my parents give me the privacy that I need at home.
That's my opinion. That's my opinion. That's all.
That's all.
So I think that's what.
That's all from me, I think.
That's all.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay.
Ready?
Ready?
Ready.
3, 2, 1. So guys, what is your opinion regarding children privacy at home?
So, in my opinion, inadequate monitoring can deprive youth of the assistance and support they require safe choices about their life and relationship.
However, if hovering over them and requesting details send a message that you do not trust them.
Well, I think that the goal is to parent teens in a trusting setting in which they receive the support and advice necessary to learn how to make sound judgments and responsible choices. What about you, Faris?
I think that's true, but space and privacy are also necessary to develop confidence and independence at home. So I think that's it.
Yep.
Thanks for watching, everyone.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Okay, so like, subscribe, and give us a share. Okay.